7 at 11. We have the Bay County Historical Society in the studio. Kenny Redd is here with us. So Kenny, we're learning about the Tommy Oliver Stadium today.
Yes, you know, many people are aware of Tommy Oliver Stadium near Bay High in downtown Panama City, but I think probably few people are aware of how the stadium got its name and why it's a memorial to Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver, in the spring of 1944, had a very serious decision to make. At that point in time, his career was going along very nicely. He had been a hometown boy hero. He was a football star at Bay High School. He was the first student from Bay County to get an athletic scholarship. He went to the University of Florida. He wound up graduating, though, from the American Catholic University of Washington, D.C., and he eventually made his way back to Panama City, where he became the athletic director at Bay High School. Well, in 1944, he was the director of the USO in Panama City. There was a brand new USO building at the foot of Harrison Avenue. In the spring of '44, Tommy Oliver got his draft notice. So he had a big decision to make, whether he had a wife, 2 children. He also had 2 brothers, 2 siblings that were in combat in the United States Army. So an exemption to the draft was his for the asking, but he elected not to do that. What he chose to do instead was to join the U.S. Marines. He did that, I think, out of a sense of leadership and dedication. What had happened, a number of his former students, football players, had chosen to band together and join the Marines. So he, at that time, thought it would be a good idea to go join the Marines with these young men and so be somewhat of a mentor with them as they went through boot camp. Well, that didn't really happen. They got separated right away, and he never saw those students again. And in the end, he wound up being part of the invasion force that invaded Okinawa in April of 1945. It was in that invasion. It was the Japanese were 2 weeks away from surrendering, and Tommy Oliver was shot by a Japanese sniper as he was giving aid to wounded Marines. So it turned out to be a very sad story in the end, and the leaders in the area elected to name the newly constructed sports park, or the stadium adjacent to Bay High School. They named it after Tommy Oliver, and in 1954 it was dedicated as the Tommy Oliver Memorial Stadium.
That's fantastic. I love history. Thank you so much, Kenny, for sharing that about the Tommy Oliver Stadium. So we appreciate you being here in the studio today.
My pleasure. Channel 7 is always so generous.
Well, good. But we'll keep learning from you, and we really appreciate it. We'll be right back after this.